Hey team, how we doing? So today we're gonna get into the Sales Warrior Playbook. This is the next book I'm reading, and unlike the other books I read, we're gonna do a book review after. This one we're gonna do chapter reviews because each one of the chapters is very interactive. You can see how much you need to write in this book. I've already done a little bit in here, but there are some things that I can learn and the things I'm gonna pick up. There's a little challenges in it for the next 30 days or next weeks to implement to develop your sales ability. So we're gonna go into what I already do, what I have difficulties with, because the first couple chapters is about your belief system. But before we get into it, please like the video and please subscribe to the channel. It would mean the world to me. So again, this book is by Andy Elliott. I got this book, I actually got this day of release when I was in Arizona, and I got it as a add-on to his Ticket to event in November, which I'm super excited to go to. But he talked about Dean Grazowski saying, sales is the transfer of belief. Sales is not manipulative. You need to be authentic, and you're doing a disservice if you don't give your service to the other person. He's only talking about if the service actually is beneficial. If you're selling a service that's not beneficial to another person, stop selling and go find something else. You want it to be almost a disservice that you don't have the ability to sell it to them because you're the one trying to help them. So there's 3 things in this chapter they talk about, which is building your self-belief, the product conviction, and authentic transfer models. So belief is not something I have an issue with. In this first challenge, he gives like a 30-day process of how you can build all 3 of these skills. And there's a couple in here that I think I can pick up from it. So he talks about mirror declarations. In fact, in mine, I wrote mine. It was something along the lines of, I want to be the best salesman in Vermont. I'm going to build an unrecruitable team and grow so fast that no one's going to be able to compete with me. Something like that. It takes like 10 seconds. It's like 3 sentences. So this is something to build belief when you have literally no belief. I have like delusional belief about my sales abilities, even though I'm like brand new to it. But that's where you need to get regardless of your level. So this is something that I think is cool. Maybe not in the mirror. I think the mirror is an idea of like you're looking at yourself. So maybe I'll do it in my car as I'm driving. But I think that's cool. The next one is journaling past successes and visualizing. So maybe you don't have any successes yet. This is cool. This is going to go into another one that we were looking at later because I didn't write it down, which is the storytelling. But journalizing the past successes. Now the reason I think this is good, right here, is the story collection. So I don't have a story collection. I've worked with over 90 clients at this point, almost 100. And whenever I talk about past experiences, I talk about it as very general. Oh, most people I work with do this. Most people I've done do this. But I haven't like written anything down, so I can't give really specific examples. So I thought this was a really cool idea of journaling the past successes, and eventually the past fails. Since this is about building belief, you don't need to journal about your fails, maybe what you've learned. But he emphasizes the journaling of the past successes. Physical training. Andy's a firm believer that if you're healthy in body, you're healthy in mind. And then getting rid of negative influences. This can be friends who you surround yourself with. I hang out with like 2, 3, 5 people now. I had bigger friend groups. I don't see them that often. Because as much as I love them and they're all good people, and this was something I struggled with, is that all the time people were like, get rid of the negative influences. And I was like, but the people around me may not be building me, but they're very supportive and they don't take away from anything. And what I learned over the last little bit is even though some of my friends are the most supportive people in the world, they don't push me to be better at all. It's always been myself pushing myself. So getting around people who make me do things that I absolutely hate, like getting up in the morning at 5 to go work out. I know you're watching this, Dustin. Those are the type of people I want to surround myself with, and I haven't been. So that's more of like where I'm shifting to. And this is one of the hardest things I think to do, is shifting your social group. But I'm slowly doing it. So I think this is definitely important. I didn't realize how important until I started doing it. And then the next days, 11 through 20, he talks about the product knowledge. So this is actually what I first did when I started. I have a spreadsheet of every company within all of Chittenden County that does window cleaning and pressure washing. I did their pricing, their 5-star reviews, how big they are, how new they are, all their services. So this is something I did because I was trying to figure out, I was already committed to doing it, but I wanted to know where I fell. But he talks about this, he talks about customer success story collection. This is really big for me. I really want to work on this. Like I was talking about, I don't have specific story collections. I was talking to a guy. This is a little bit different than story collections, but he goes when he does his name's Chase. I don't know where he lives, but he owns a window cleaning and he does like permanent lighting. And he has this binder where when he can show clients and it has photos of all of the jobs he's done. And you can tell more specific stories when you talk about that. So I thought that was a really cool idea. It's a little bit hard with pressure wash or window cleaning because it's so hard to tell. Sometimes the window's not like super dirty because the photos can't capture it. But the permanent lighting I thought was a great idea, especially when I get in the winter and I have to start doing something similar. So I thought that was really cool. I would love to start doing something like that. Now 21 through 30. I won't lie, I have been slacking a little bit on my sales training. I've gotten a little complacent because we're working a lot more than we did last week, so I have a little less time in the day. I've been getting up earlier, which means I need to go to bed earlier, so I've been starting to cut off the sales training aspect of my day is what's been going, because I'm still doing these videos, I'm still posting on socials and all this other crap, getting back to people, emailing people. I gotta do that later today. And that takes me all day. Like, as soon as I get home at 5 p.m., obviously I'm not going to lie to you. It's not like I'm grinding the rest of the night, which is more of what I should do to have the time to do something like this. But I get home, I shower, I'm eating as I'm doing my reading or I'm doing my email. So something that would take 20 minutes can take like an hour. These videos, I'll eat in between. I eat a lot of food once I get home because I don't really eat throughout the day. And it extends it so long that I've been having difficulties getting to this. I currently use his Digital Mind app, which basically is an AI that takes away from all of his videos and basically anything he's ever said. I use it currently for writing any emails and texts. Sometimes it's writing a ton of scripts for my objections. It's great. It's great for training. It's very expensive. It's something like, it's in my course I pay like $300 a month for, but it's amazing. I absolutely love it. This is the best part of the course other than like the monthly meetings with the coach. So, but yeah, so he talks about the framework practice. I do some of this. I do a lot of objection stuff, even though realistically this is what I should be focusing on, because building the framework can steer you away from getting to objections rather than setting yourself up for them. Scripts are good, door knocking scripts. Scripts kind of go in the framework. And then the recorded role play I thought was a cool idea. So I've seen like the videos of like how to work on public speaking, and recording yourself is a great one. I don't watch a lot of these videos back, to be honest, before I post them, but if I recorded myself being like, hey, how you doing? My name is Larkin. We are in the area, like that kind of stuff. And I looked back and I was like, oh, that's what, like the facial expressions, that's the tonality. I think this would be a huge one that would like within a week, it's about the time frame he gave, I would be like 100% better. Or what would that be? I guess that's staying the same, right? So 500% better, 5 times better. So I'm going to be trying to I'm going to try the recorded role play. I think that's a great one. With that, try to get the framework in there. I think the customer story collection visualization is a great idea. I think to do this, I'm not good at telling stories, so maybe I'll watch like a YouTube video on how to actually do this well, and then maybe I'll make my own binder or something. But and then the mirror decoration is an easy one to do when I'm in the car, into that rear mirror as I'm going. But this is probably the biggest one I need to focus on, is the actual keep going with the sales training, not getting complacent on that. And then, like I said, my self-belief is already very strong. I'm very confident in the product. It's helpful when you do a product that's like very easily explainable, that helps the client. So, especially when they know it already helps them. So this one I'm good on. I think I can do this. Product knowledge, I have a pretty good understanding of. I've tested it on myself. I know my competition. I don't really have personal story collection, so I would love to do that. So this is what I'm going to be trying to do. I'm not going to be doing it the exact way he does it, where he's like, focus on this for 10 days and the rest. I'm going to try to like implement some specific stuff because I'm already kind of further along on that journey. But there were some good ideas in this first chapter. I'm excited to go through the next one. I think for the next however long, I think there's like 8 or 10 chapters. So the next like 10 days, I'll do a video every single day on this book of what I'm kind of implementing. If it becomes too much, like I'm implementing too much at a time, maybe we'll break it up. But this is what I'm reading right now, so I'm sure it's going to go with that. But yeah, thanks for watching. I think these are great principles, especially if you're first starting. I think you should definitely go by this. this book is amazing. I've read like the objection stuff in it. It is a really great book on sales. I mean, his first one was specific, I believe, to automotive. I haven't read it, but I mean, some of the stuff in here is amazing. It's like, this is definitely his best book by far on how to get better at sales. I'm excited to get to the back end to objections. That's what I'm really excited about. And yeah, so if you're first starting, I think this is a great way to start, especially building that self-belief, because I think for some people it's really difficult to do that. There's more specific examples, like writing out what your product is and how it actually benefits the person, like time, safety, money, all of that. So great to actually, like, because obviously you know it, but it's great to actually see it on paper and written out, like what it does, because it makes it easier to explain in the future. But this is the first chapter of the book, of the Sales Warrior Playbook, and I'm really excited to keep reading it. Have a lovely day. Thank you for watching.